Yes, so in the yesterday class, we just tried to understand the expectations of all of you regarding this particular course, which is financial decision making using Excel spreadsheet, which is an open elective. And I'm glad to know that you all have opted for it by your own choice and with your first preference, and that's why you have got this course. So very good. So let us start right from the scratch. Scratch means scratch. I will just show you that how Excel sheets look like and how we proceed further with it. Though we will be able to, I will just show you the course also. Though I think you are already having the course with you, but I will again show you the course in this session so that we will be able to understand what we are going to do. And probably on Monday I will give you the entire course done of the sessions which 39 sessions which we will be conducting over here in this particular course, and how you will be able to understand and know the applications of Excel, and you will be able to learn it gradually by the timeline. Okay, so that is again foremost important. Let's take your I think your camera is not working properly. Please correct it if you can. So let me just share with you uh, the Word file where I have prepared this course. So here it is there in front of you. I hope you are able to see this with all the objectives, right? So objective is to make the participant aware of the skill using MS Excel and basics of the financial management, right? So both the things will be inculcated in this, as you most of you have told that we want to understand both, and actually Excel is the application of financial management more. So you will be able to appraise it more, and you will be able to prepare some budgets and other things which we will be doing. And next is to enable the participant to get better employment opportunity by utilizing the MS Excel for creating simple financial models. So here we will be not be going with the complex financial models, but we will be able to prepare a simple financial models because two things are here joining hands together. One is the the knowledge of finance and how to apply the knowledge of finance in order to develop certain models that we will be studying in this particular. Next is equip the participant with MS Excel skills and enable them to take the financial decision helpful in taking simple entrepreneurial decisions. So simple entrepreneurial decisions, if you want, you can take using these particular skills, and it will enable you to with MS Excel skills also, that what MS Excel can do. And finance we will be able to study because that's our foremost important thing. So it will comprise of the referencing. We will start with the absolute and relative cell referencing because referencing is something very very important. And along with the cell referencing, there are other things like cell name reference styles using the comments in the cell. How can we do that? Data validation, custom number format, and the custom views we will be able to learn. Further, the arrays and array formulas we will be able to understand, analyzing the databases, sorting, one field sorting, or you can say multi-field sorting or custom sorting we can do. Okay, filtering is one thing which can be done. Okay, and combining the filters, we can combine two or more filters in order to search certain things in the Excel itself, and we will be able to arrange the data according to the filters. Working with the tables with use of structured referencing. Sometimes structured referencing is required. Pivot table, how to move and rotate the pivot table in order to get the data. You can say it is actually a tool of data mining. So you can use the pivot table in order to create or format or modify the existing database which you are having, and further you will be able to group the fields in the way it is required. What if analysis again is one of the decision making tool which is helpful for you, and that it is just like you might be, because most of you are engineers, and I think all of you are engineers, and most of you are from either IT or CSC or CC field. You might have studied about the programming. So if then statement, what if analysis is a part of if then type of thing in the data structures which you might have learned in your programming itself. So data tables are there, scenario manager is there, that what will happen in what scenario, what type of financial decisions you can take. Okay, and then finding iterative solution. Iterative solution means there can be only one feasible solution. So the winning solution actually it iterates, means it actually goes off. So that is further you will also learn circular referencing and goal seek model, how this goal seek is used in order to take the. These are MS Excel features, and then application of these features you will find in financial decision making. Okay, so financial decision making using all these things, which will include your time value of money, your leverages. What if you are having, if you have taken some debt, how will you be able to use it as a for the benefit of your firm, for the benefit of the company itself. BEP models are there. What is break-even analysis will tell you that how the break-even models work and how can we be able to prepare the break-even models. And then further, we will be going a little bit ahead of this, where you will be able to take some decisions on the basis of EBIT, EPS analysis, some capital structure decisions will be there, some indifferent point analysis calculation we will do, and then we will also go for estimating the operating business and financial risk to some extent using these things, right? So this is all about your course, which we will be studying. Now, now for today itself, we will be going with uh, the presentation, and that is on the basic of the Excel, you can say. So we will start. I will start the presentation right from the scratch. I have told you that what actually Excel is and how the Excel looks like. Okay, so the first most thing over here, that how we have to go with the Excel, is given over. Are you able to see the screen? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hold on. I'm sharing it again. What are you able to see now?
So your slide,
No, the
introduction
first
to
slide.
Excel.
Sorry?
So the first slide, introduction to Excel.
Okay. Okay, is the slide moving? Or it is still? Yes, guys,
Sir, it's
Sir,
on the
it is
first
Sir,
slide.
not
visible.
visible.
it is
Sir,
still
it's
or it
not
is
visible
moving?
to
Means,
me.
are you able to see the second slide also when I move it?
No, sir. Only the first.
Sir, it's
No,
not
sir,
visible,
it's
sir.
just stuck on the first slide.
Actually, I don't know why. That's what happens. Anyways. Hold on, I will leave and I will join again, okay?
Guys, see, it is working with my mobile, but it is not at all working with the computer. I have to have how many times means I have tried to log in. Hold on. Bandwidth problem, I don't know what, but my mobile is working.
सर एक बार सबके कैमरास ऑफ करा दीजिए तो जिससे सबके कैमरा ऑफ हो जाएंगे तो आपके इनकमिंग नेट का लोड कम हो जाएगा तो सर फिर वो
ऐसा होता है
प्रॉपर
क्या?
वर्क करेगा। यस सर।
पर अभी आप देखो ना, मेरे इसमें तो प्रॉपर चल रहा है, अभी सबके कैमरास ऑन भी हैं।
सर तो वो मोबाइल बैंडविड्थ और उसका बैंडविड्थ का प्रॉब्लम होता है ना लैपटॉप में
मोबाइल पे
रिसीवर्स।
बैंडविड्थ कम आती है, इसमें तो बैंडविड्थ ज्यादा नहीं चाहिए ना, ब्रॉडबैंड चल रहा है, वो भी हमारे विश्वविद्यालय मोहनलाल सॉरी मणिपाल यूनिवर्सिटी जयपुर का।
सर वो आयोन में थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम है ही सर।
मेरे हमारे आयोन नहीं है ना बेटा, हमारे तो जो है वो द प्रॉब्लम द थिंग व्हिच आर प्रोवाइडेड टू अस, वी आर नॉट प्रोवाइडेड विद आयोन। आई एम लॉगिंग अगेन, आ गया।
should I tell you welcome back? Anyways, so let me share the screen with you. दिख रहा है ना मणिपाल का वो लोगो दिख रहा होगा आपको?
यस सर, दिख रहे हैं।
हाँ सर।
फाइन फाइन फाइन, मैं अभी अपना प्रेजेंटेशन भी ऑन करता हूँ। I actually hate this because what I do is I record my lectures and I put it on YouTube. If this type of glitches are there now, I don't like it at all. चलो फाइनली आ गया। ओह, हो गया लगता है, एक मिनट। Not working at least. दिख रहा है ना? Right?
Yes, sir.
हाँ सर।
Yeah. So introduction to Excel. So we will be doing certain things with the Excel. That is some spreadsheets. What is called workbook. You might be knowing spreadsheet. It is just like a computerized ledger. There are rows and columns, and columns are identified with the alphabetical headings, and rows are identified with the numeric headings 1, 2, 3. So intersection of rows and columns is called a cell. So let us just go with certain definitions. So there are three type of formats, particularly a general format. It is a default format for a numeric entries and displays the number according to the way it was originally entered. Another format is a number format, so which displays a number with or without the 1000 separator, and you can put the separator, because if you want, if there is an option, you can put the separator, so it will show you 000 separator means separator is a comma, right, with the number of decimal places. And negative numbers can also be displayed with either with the parenthesis or in red, or if you want it in minus, so minus will be there in front of it. It totally depends on how do you want it. Further is a scientific format which displays a number as a decimal or a fraction followed by a whole number component of 10. For example, if it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it will appear as 1.2345 e plus 04. So this component plus 04 is in the example, in this particular example, is a number of places the decimal point is moved to left, or very small numbers have a negative exponents, you can say. Okay, so this is something, actually it will always be in plus 04 mostly. Okay, so you will not find much more numbers with the negative type of things. So this is how the Excel spreadsheet looks like. So here if you see test 1, test 2, final, and the average is being calculated for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people, okay, from Adam to Walker, and the class average for test 1, test 2, and final is also created over here. So Excel spreadsheets look like. So this particular is a title bar which shows the name of the workbook or the name of the book which is in which we are writing, and this is a standard toolbar. Okay, so if you see it over here, this particular toolbar is a standard toolbar. Okay, so all the things, standardized things are here. So this particular Excel is a little bit older because this presentation I prepared, I think, 12 years back. So, but in our recent Word, that is Word 2000, Excel 2016 also, I think the similar things are there. Okay, and this is called the menu bar, which gives a list of the commands, and this is the formatting toolbar by which you can do various formatting for the data which you have written in the Excel as such. So even if some Excel help is required, so there is option of also which can be there and you will be able to know that what type of contents are there in the help. So for help particularly, you can use this particular button and you can click on this and you will get the help option. Help option might not be there, might be hidden in 2016 format. It is not there. Okay, so this is a column heading, and as I have already told you, columns are in alphabets and rows are in numbers. They are designated with the numbers, and this particular place is called cell referencing. So whatever, suppose for example, if in this particular thing, if we have to see that what function has been, fx is nothing but the function. So what function has been applied in order to arrive this particular figure of 88.0. Now see, the cursor is over here in 88.0. So what function has been applied? It will show the function over here. So this comprises of B3 C3 plus 2 multiplied by D3 divided by 4. So this is something an average taken. Okay, so this is an average which has been taken from here because they might be considering D3. So A3, or this is the B3. So B3, if you go with this B3 plus C3 and 2 into D3. So it will be, so twice the final result, final marks has been considered, maybe twice. Okay, so that's why it is, because it is having more weightage. In order to have this more weightage, you can say it has been considered as a twice the marks of the other test, and accordingly it is divided by 4 because this has been considered twice. So the average you will get out of 100, that how much has been scored by that particular student. Adams, this is the average marks he has scored. So in this way we are going to calculate. So now this calculation 88.0, there can be two ways of writing it over here. One way is you add all these things and divide it by 4, which is the average, or you directly calculate on your calculator and write it over here. So if you will do this calculation on the calculator and write it over here, it will be of no use at all. Okay, so here, because we are not utilizing the Excel to make the calculations, so here the Excel will use itself in order to make the calculation, and will make the calculation, and whatever formula has been applied in order to make the calculation will be considered over here as such. Okay, so this is the active cell. Whenever you press, whenever you double click, or whenever you click any cell in order to write certain things in that cell becomes active. And if there is no formula applied on that cell, so whatever you will write in that cell will appear in the function bar over here, right? Or that is a cell referencing, or sorry, this function bar fx. So it will come over here like this. So the types of the cell entries, or you can say the constant and the functions, we can study that further. So what a constant is an entry that does not change, and it can be numeric value or a descriptive text also. Suppose for example, in this particular cell, if we see the student Adam and 100, so student Adam and 100, if we consider these three things, so these things are not changed. This will not change as such. Why? Because these have been put as a constant. There is no formula put up in order to just make this value a changing one. Functions are what are the function? The function is a predefined computational task. So you are actually engaging the Excel in order to do certain tasks. For example, if you have to calculate the sum, then equal to, now this is one very, very important thing. Whenever in the Excel you put equal to, it tells Excel that now it is ready to take the calculations, or otherwise you can say now it is ready to take the formulas as such. So accordingly it will appear. So equal to, if you put and there are n number of functions which are there in the Excel. So I will tell you about those functions in detail when we will be going further also. For example, two of the function is one is average and one is sum, which is already there over here. Next is formulas and constants. So constant is the entry that does not change. We have already discussed. It may be numbers such as grade on exam. It may be any descriptive text, suppose name of someone, so it will not change. Formula is a combination of numeric constants and cell referencing, arithmetic operations and or operations, or you can say logical operations, right? So we actually call it as a logic gate in science when we have studied the physics. Okay, so that is required. And it always begins with the equal to sign. I've already told you, as soon as you will put this equal to sign going in any of the cell, it tells the Excel that it is ready for doing any calculation. So here if you see is equal to B3 plus B4 plus B5 divided by 5, this is one of the mathematical operation which we are telling Excel. What it will do, it will add up the values which are given in cell B3, cell B4 and cell B5 and divide it by 5 in order to arrive certain things. Okay. Further, for averages, suppose average is also one of the functions. Suppose what we want to do is we want the average of B3 to B7. Okay, so you need not to tell the Excel divide by 5. So B3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need not to tell it to divide by 5. Equal to average B3 is to B7. Is to means from B3 to B7 it will take all the digits, and if you press enter you will get the average of all. Now toolbars. So it appears beneath the menu bar actually. So toolbar is there just below the menu bar, and it contains the buttons that perform the commonly used commands. So the commands which are commonly used in Excel are placed in the toolbar as a shortcuts. So you can use it directly from there itself. So there are two types of toolbar. One is a standard toolbar and another one is a formatting toolbar. So a standard toolbar buttons correspond to the main, mostly the basic commands in the Excel. And the example will include opening, closing, saving the workbook, and we find these type of things in all the Microsoft softwares like Excel, the Word, the PowerPoint, even the Access and all other software. We find these things. Next is the formatting toolbar. Formatting toolbar depends on the what type of things. Means this is a customized toolbar according to the software which we'll be using. So it corresponds to the button which is common to the formatting operation particularly for that software. Suppose for example bold is there, cell alignment is there. So these type of things. Some are common along with the PowerPoint and Excel, but it is as per the requirement of the software it is there. Now let us go with the basics of the worksheet. So if you click this particular cell in the worksheet, so it will be called as a cell. Means I have already told you the intersection of rows and columns will make what we call is a cell over there. So this is a cell which is the intersection of both the cells. Now you can organize information by typing a single piece of data into each of the cells. You can do it. So this is an organized thing which we can do, and suppose for example a payroll is to be, so we can write payroll from which date to which date. So it seems that from here it seems that the payroll is to be prepared for 6 months from 1st day to 7th day of 2008. Name are there, hours worked, so rate per hour. This multiplied by this will become a paycheck of how much is to be given to Sue, Joe, Meg and Abby, and the total is the total cash outflow which a person will can have in the for that organization for this particular 7 days. Okay. Now how will we enter the information in MS Excel? So what we have to do, we have to first select the cell. So whenever we have to select the cell, we can just go and click on it. Do not double click. Okay, just click on it and you can select a cell. And further, you can move from cell to cell with the arrow keys. Arrow keys are up, down, left and right. With the help of these keys, you can toggle between the cells. Further, you can, if you just only want to go down, you can use enter key also in order to go down. And if you want to go right, you can use tab key also in order to go right. Otherwise, arrow keys are the most convenient way. Now, how to enter the information is over here. If you will write entering the information, or it can be done from the toolbar also. You can write anything in the toolbar, selecting a cell, it will be entered in that cell. Okay. So, whenever we want to enter any information, we have to just go on that cell, and then we can go either on the function bar. There we can enter anything and put and press enter key. So that particular thing will be entered in that particular cell which is there, or otherwise you can directly just hit over there and can directly go with this. So formula bar, or you can say you can use formula bar for the same, or you can say function bar, or you can directly enter the thing. So whatever is entered over here, it will be depicted in the formula bar also at the same time. Now what is to be done in order to modify the things? So in order to modify the content of the cell, you have to just double click it. What will happen in double click? The cursor will start blinking, and you can even write from hi there to hello there. Then this is what we have to do, and then again further we can use either enter key, or you can check this box. This particular tick is there in order to do this. So you will press this tick and will be okay, or otherwise just press enter. It will, the cursor will move on the next cell, and you will be able to write whatever you have written over there. So names of rows, columns and cells are there. We have already discussed that these all are named with the letters. That is, columns are in letters and rows are with numbers, and each and every particular box selected is called cell selected. Okay, and the name of this cell will also appear whenever you select any cell. It will appear over here. Okay, so this is a name box which is called a name box, and here the name of the cell will appear. So whenever you have selected any cell, it will be highlighted, and the selected cell will be shown, or it will depict, and it is ready to accept. Why we select a cell? Because we want to enter some information. So whenever a cell is selected, it is deemed that it is ready to accept any information. Okay, so that what is the cell and how it works. Okay, so cell name is already here. For example, here the cell name is B4. Okay, and further one more thing is there. Whenever we are using referencing, we have to first write the columns and then rows. The selected cell is B4 and it is not 4B. If you write 4B, it will be totally wrong. Okay, so this all small things have to be kept in mind while we are going with it. Okay, and for example, if you have entered the information, and if the information is too large, what will happen? The Excel will sever off the remaining information, but this severed off information will be totally visible in the function bar as such. If you just write this hours worked over here, then this hours worked fully will be displayed in your function bar, but in your cell it will only come half, because remaining half has gone under the other cell. So if you want to consider it, you can consider it like this, that every cell which is left to any cell actually goes down that. So there is a overlapping. So whenever you write certain things, so there will be overlapping. Whenever you write certain things, it will go beyond it. Okay, so whenever I'm writing some things over here, so it will go beyond that and it will enter down. So what we have to do, we can actually increase the length of the cell. Okay, so length of the cell can also be, I will tell you how to just do that. Length of the cell can be done by just a double click. You might have, if you have worked with it, you will be able to understand it in a better way. So that's what I was saying, that the information actually is chopped off when we enter certain information. And here also, if you want to write something on the next cell itself, you can write it. That will be displayed fully, to the extent it also doesn't chops off. Okay, so that is all about your this cell, and you can change the width of a cell or a column by just dragging it or double clicking. So if you go over here on the edge of it and double click it, it will auto adjust its width according to the word which has been entered. The same thing is with the column also. It will also auto adjust the things, its width according to the things which are given in the column. So here if you go and double click it over here, then it will come exactly the same size of what has been written, or you can say it will be displayed fully. Okay, so this is what it is, and further we can resize the row. So to make a row taller or shorter by dragging the separator between the rows. So what is to be done? You can go over here and drag the separator. So it will increase the width. And or otherwise, if you want to auto fit it, just click on the edge of it. The column will also auto fit as such. Now putting enter inside a cell. Now what if you will write anything? Suppose this hours worked I am writing, and if I put a enter over here, what will happen? It will shift to the another cell. Now I want to write this hours worked, and hours I want to write overworks, like in this particular thing. So what I have to use? I have to use Control Enter in order to enter anything in a cell in 2 words, up and down. Okay, and afterwards if I double click over, because as soon as I will do this, it will increase by its width, and then again by double clicking over here I can auto adjust it, right? So this is all about today. So tomorrow we will be learning about the basic formatting, this bold, color, fonts, etc. So I will go slowly, as I have already told you that we will be going very, very slowly, particularly with the with this MS Excel, right? And we will be able to understand each and everything. Fine. So tell me if it is okay with you. I hope you are able to understand it. And in starting some class may be boring for those who have already worked on Excel, but I hope and I believe that you will be able to understand how actually each and everything works. Okay, so is it okay with all of you? This was the first formal class which I have taken.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any questions? Or anything you want to tell me, or anything you want to contribute? Please tell. Fine, then I'm downloading the attendance, right? So attendance list is being downloaded, and secondly what I will do is I will announce the name of each and every person so that it gets recorded also. So you have to say yes sir for that. Abhipray Singh, Abhishek Manjanwal, Abhishek Pate, Anmol Sir.
Yes, sir.
Mahesh Verma,
Present, sir.
Kumar, Niyati, Divyanshi.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Where is Divyanshi? You are not on with your video, Divyanshi?
Sir, actually, I'm not at home, so I can't open my video right now.
Okay, it's okay. Deeksha, Divi,
Yes, sir.
Ansh, Ritwik, Hardik, Karthik Modi,
Yes, sir.
Manan, Manveer, Mayank.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Nandini, Urja,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Pranav Rastogi, Pratyush, Pooja Chand,
Yes, sir.
Rashi, Ritwik, Rohil,
Yes, sir.
Present, sir.
Samarth,
Rohil.
Samyank, Sarthak,
Present, sir.
Satyankar,
Present, sir.
Satyankar,
Present, sir.
Shruti, Siddhant,
Yes, sir.
Tanishka, Tanuj,
sir.
Ujjwal.
Tanishka present.
Okay, beta.
Yes, sir.
Bharat Sharma, Vikas Deep,
Vikasdeep present, sir. So Vikasdeep.
Yasha Jain, and Yashi.
Yes, sir. Present.
Okay, guys, thank you, and see you again in the next OE class with some more inputs, particularly on Excel. Right? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And have a nice weekend.
Thank you, sir.
Weekend, because from the next month you have to come to the college. So enjoy to the fullest. But be safe and take care of yourself. And pay my regards to your parents. Take care. Bye bye. See you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I have to actually stop the recording also. Fine.